He's sitting up. As you can see, he was clipped by, well, his own horse, I think, missed him, but the horse trailing certainly got him across the midriff. And I hope he's only winded, but the fact that he's sitting up and breathing okay might well mean that he may have escaped any type of bone breakage, which would be great news, but I hope there's no internal injuries there. But it looks as though he may come out of it all right. 13, 7, 3 are the numbers. Lots of music. Number 13 is first. It's a double for Grant Buckley. And another Hawkesbury winner here, Lynn Morrison, trains Lots of Music. A 7-year-old mare winning at her 33rd start. Her last run was good, but I thought I could not tip this horse because how do you possibly find a 7-year-old mare at her 33rd start? But she's got home. She did run on very well last time, or she was forced wide throughout. That's probably the thing to consider, but she's had plenty of chances before that. Anyway, she's got home at 59.20 and 9.60. Number 7, Shadow Waltz, Dan Beasley second, 2.30. Number 3, Coins on Sunday, $4.40. So it's 13.73. The trifecta, $4,942.90 in New South Wales. The exacta, $456.90. Race time, 1:51.66. Last 600 in 37.11. Now, they had the stretcher out for Len. You can see where the horse has struck the rail rather hard at the 350 metre mark. They did have the stretcher out for Len to put him on it, but he must have walked over to the ambulance, and that's good news. The margins here are short head by a half head, and 13.73 are the numbers on race 5, and that's turned out hopefully, or seemingly quite well for Lenny Beasley.
Okay, thanks for that. Let's hope everything is okay for that brilliant young rider. Interim totes, Lots of Music, $59.20, and for a place $9.60. Shadow Waltz at $2.30, and Coins on Sunday $4.40. The Quinella $248, $4,942 the trifecta in New South Wales. Have a look at the Super Tab. $14,424, and just under $9,000 in Queensland. So another blowout for punters there. Still plenty of races to go though. Approximate dividends at Eagle Farm. That parade is still on, by the way, at sale. That's 4th against 3rd. Bright Forest, number 6, $11.45 and $3.45. Nazaro $1.40 and Russet Ridge $2.95. $20.20 the Quinella, $448 the trifecta. Still awaiting Super Tab dividends for that event. You have the New South Wales Totes Queensland. We should have the Super Tab divvies soon. 7, 8 and 12 the scratchings. All right, next event at sale is race number 6, but we're still awaiting the outcome of the protest, as I mentioned, on race 5. We'll take a break and then another nostalgic look at the world of thoroughbred racing.
Take a nostalgic trip down racing's memory lane, Monday to Fridays at 9:30 on Remember When, featuring rare archival footage of unforgettable racing highlights from the early 1900s to the current day. The legends of racing, the great trainers and the famous characters. Some of the most memorable moments in racing, Monday to Fridays at 9:30 on Sky Racing at home on the track.
We bring you Samsung's world's best technology. Vision Plus means more picture than any other television in the world. The 70.4cm model includes an extra 1 inch of hidden picture which no other TV can reveal. With ultra-flat picture tube, surround sound, 30 watts RMS power output and 3-year warranty, you really do get more.
Everybody loves Harvey Norman.
picture tells it all, doesn't it? Glorious scenes there of a stud. All right, now we're still awaiting that protest, 4th against 3rd. The details from Sale, race 5. Here's an early look at the market on race 6, though, at Sale. And here we go. And also the Sky ratings as well. We'll start off with the Sky ratings. True and Easy, number 1, 100, just ahead of Dance Away and also 1,000 Leagues. So a little separating numbers 1, 2 and 3 as far as Sky ratings are concerned. Piking, number 5, is on 94. It's the 4th elect. Now the market reads this way. True and Easy, $6.10. Dance Away, $5.20, $3.80 in New South Wales. $7.10 for 1,000 Leagues. Bold Poet, $4.60. We should have those approximate dividends in Super Tab for Eagle Farm shortly. Piking, $20. My Katanga, $8.90. Prince Marad, $8.90. Show Respect, always, $8.80. Our Strong, $28. Scotch Eagle, $56. And King Moran, $46. That's due in about 8 minutes with 24,000 in the wind pool. But they may run a little late for that because of the protest pending on race number 5 at Sale. Hawkesbury dividends official. We're still awaiting those confirmation of Eagle Farm for Super Tab. Lots of music, $59.20 and $9.60. Shadow Waltz at $2.30. Coins on Sunday, $4.40. I thought I was home there on Shadow Waltz, but lots of music bloused me out. The Quinella 7 and 13, $248. Trifecta, $4,942 in New South Wales, and considerably bigger, as I said, in Super Tab. Eagle Farm are through now. Let's have a look at those on race 4. Bright Forest, $11.45, $3.45. Nazara, $1.40, $2.95 for Russet Ridge. And there you have the Super Tab dividends as well, along with your Quinella and Trifecta. 7, 8, 12 with the scratchings, race 4. And the next event at Eagle Farm is at 3 minutes after the hour, 3 minutes past 3 Eastern. All right, we'll have another look of racing in the past. We're going back to the year of 1961. Do you recall the Melbourne Cup winner of that year? I'll give you a clue. It was ridden by Ray Selkirk. Let's go to have a look at a memory lane and remember when with the Melbourne Cup of 1961.
$80,000 people pack Flemington Racecourse for the running of the 101st Melbourne Cup, and it's a smaller crowd than last year, but there's the same tension that surrounds the running of Australia's richest turf prize. In fact, some are so enthusiastic that they fly in by helicopter to make sure they're there in plenty of time. Miss Australia, Tanya Verstak, arrived by more conventional means of transport. And around the paddock, fashions arouse as much interest as the horses. Ha ha, those hats. But time's drawing close, and the highly favoured Dolagiri begins the parade out onto the track, and he in turn is followed by Sky High. Tension's now almost at breaking point as the 25 horses take up their positions at the barrier. Are they ready? Yes, they are. And they're racing a perfect dispatch in the Cup, and Blue Era, Sky High, Lord Fury and Baroda Gleam were best to begin. Bounced clear of Sharply, Del Riada, Sometime and Sir Blink, who got away well. Faraway Places showing up soon after the start, followed by Bargawed, and Blue Lodge is in behind that bunch. On settling fully into stride, however, and Lord Fury had taken over to pilot the field in advance of Sky High crossing Sharply. They're followed by Blue Era, then Sometime and Baroda Gleam. A fair gap to Rainsman from Dolagiri, Del Riada and Choctaw. Faraway Places next, but Grand Print is well back. As they commence the run down near to the winning post the first time, Lord Fury is in front, doing it nicely. More than the length to the good of Sky High. Third is Blue Era. They're followed by Scary and then Del Riada, but Lord Fury was going great guns as they started to run around the turn out of the straight and swung to the riverside. Is well clear of Sky High and Blue Era. With about the 1 mile left to run, Lord Fury had raced 4 lengths to the good of Sky High. Third is Blue Era, followed by Baroda Gleam, and then a gap to Sometime, Sir Blink, Dolagiri, Grand Print, Bargawed, and Blue Lodge is in behind them. Soon after they passed the half mile and come near to the turn, where Lord Fury continued to show the way from Sky High weakening. Then Del Riata, Blue Era, Grand Prentice flashing up on the outside, and Dolagiri coming into the picture. But about 2 furlongs out, and Lord Fury had kicked nicely clear of Grand Prince. Sky High starting to weaken from some time, and further out, Dolagiri is finishing brilliantly. Selkirk gets anxious, and a furlong from the judge gets to work with a weapon. Lord Fury is holding Grand Prince at bay. Further out, Dolagiri is now putting in telling strides and finishing relentlessly, but Lord Fury under the whip is doing far better than Grand Prince. Dolagiri is coming into the picture, but far too late, and it's Lord Fury's cup being kept going by Selkirk. Lord Fury goes to the line to win the race brilliantly from Grand Prince, and Dolagiri is far from disgraced in finishing third. Yes, sir, it's a great day for connections of Lord Fury, and 31-year-old Ray Selkirk scores his first Melbourne Cup win at his 10th ride in the Classic. The popular horseman threw his cap away in the excitement. And what's more, threw a kiss to his wife, who was a very interested spectator. Lord Fury started at 20-1, and owner Cohen, who was on crutches, started after the race. He'd been offered £50,000 for the horse.
Yeah, Lord Fury, ridden by Ray Selkirk, and that's all courtesy of Film World. All right, now that minor protest has been upheld, please note at sale. That's fourth against third has been upheld. The fourth place getter was Mystic Melody, the favourite, so it has been now up into third placing with number 1 relegated to fourth. 12, 2 and 5 are the placings as the runners go onto the track for race number 6. This race was due to get underway at 2:54. Probably won't be too badly behind time. Will be fractionally though, because this is 1,700 metres, and I think they start that down near the top of the straight. So the protest uphill will have those amended totes for you as soon as possible. All right, let's check the market for the 6th event at sale, and here it is. It shows that number 1 True and Easy is at $5.70. Wide betting race again. $4.30 for Dance Away. 1,000 Leagues, $8.20. Bold Poet, Michael Evans aboard, $5.50. Piking, $23. My Katanga, $7.60. Prince Marad, $8.90 and $8.80. Show Respect. By golly, there's plenty of them here given a chance. Our Strong, $35. Michael Hegney to ride. Scotch Eagle, $65. And King Moran, $50 with 41,000 in the win pool. A minute to start time, and they will be behind time, but not too badly. Now, $4.30 Dance Away, $5.50 for Bold Poet. True and Easy, $5.70. This is the betting order. Maya Katanga, $7.60. 1,000 Leagues, $8.20. And Show Respect is at $8.80. As I said, we'll have that, or those amended dividends on race 5 for you shortly. All right. We're going to take you to this beautiful, spacious track at Sale. They're running late. They're heading round to the barrier stalls. And, Greg, that protest was upheld.
Yes, it took a heck of a long time, and obviously a lot of argument going on in the steward's room there, Graham, and eventually it was upheld, and Mystic Melody gaining the third prize. It was a short-priced favourite, as you'll recall, and it did make up a lot of ground in the run home, so the interference that it received at the 450 obviously just put it off stride for that little bit, and I guess we can mark it down as one that was pretty unlucky in the race. So it grabbed third, and the numbers there 12, 2 and 5.
Greg, can you just tell us the circumference of the track there at Sale?
Yes, the track here is around about 1,900 metres around, Graham. The 1,700 start is just at the turn out of the straight. In fact, it's a little bit over that, looking at the course here. It's probably about 2,050 metres around. So it's a very, very good, spacious track with there's no sharp turns at this course, which is terrific. They're long, sweeping bends, and it really does give every horse a chance, although it has been noted today, though, that a lot of the front runners are really dominating this meeting.
All right, thanks for that. Yes, I, for some reason, thought they might start halfway down the straight, but taking into consideration it is Sale, and as you say, they start on the turn out of the straight here for the 1,700 metres. All right, Dance Away's at $4.20, $5.50 for Bold Poet and $5.70 for True and Easy, and $7.10 for My Katanga, $8.10 for 1,000 Leagues, And I think we've got the approximate dividends coming through, and we'll have them for you shortly, with the third place getter on the previous race now being awarded to Mystic Melody. But Dance Away is the favourite here for this upcoming race. As Greg said, a good race. Eddie Wilkinson is aboard Dance Away. It's having its second run back from a spell. And Bowl Poet is next in the market with True and Easy, both around the $5.50, $5.70 mark. So there you have it on race number 6. Now the next event in Brisbane is due at 3 minutes after 3. We might squeeze in an early tote market on that for you whilst the runners mill around at the starting barrier for this event, race 6, because they are running late. And we'll check the ratings as well. So we've got sale dividends as well, but we'll have those for you shortly. And they're moving up at sale. We'll have a look at that market at Eagle Farm for you soon. 72,000 in the win pool at sale at the moment. And the market at Eagle Farm, it's due in 8 minutes from now. And here we go. Dashing Express, John Powell, $19. Opened obviously way over early on the tote. Now number 2 was Laureate School at $3.35. Alcides at $2.75. Tonazama $3.75. Copperlad $13 as they move up at sale. Total possession 17, 18 for Z Zenels. And then we go over to the other runner, 11 Calais, $50 race 5 at Eagle Farm, due in about 8 minutes from now. Not a great deal in the pool at the moment though, but this will give you some indication as to what is happening there. Righto, Greg Miles is just about set now at sale, and here he is for race 6.
All set. Ready to go here. Off they go now, and the starter sent them away pretty well. Micah Tanga and Scotch Eagle are the first two to bounce out ahead of 1,000 Leagues, Dance Away and Piking. A length to Our Strong, followed then by Bowl Poet on the outside. A length further back is True and Easy. Behind it then Show Respect and King Merrin. And back last of all is Prince Marad. As they settle fully now, past the 1,400, and Scotch Eagle went out by a little over 2 lengths. Micah Tanga is running second, a length and a half away is Dance Away on the inside of 1,000 Leagues. 2 lengths to Our Strong fifth. Ahead away the outside is Piking, 1 to King Merrin. Then True and Easy, a half to Bowl Poet. 3 lengths to Prince Marad and a length and a half to Show Respect. Last of all now getting up along the inside, 1,000 to run. And Scotch Eagle out by about 2 lengths Micah Tanga. 2 lengths to 1,000 Leagues. A length and a half to Dance Away, who's fourth on the inside. King Merrin is around her. A length and a half to Piking, Our Strong. 1 to Bowl Poet. True and Easy. Couple of lengths further back is Show Respect over on the inside with Prince Marad last of all. Along the side of the course they come now, and Scotch Eagle just the leader. Micah Tanga on the outside. They're just about level. 2 lengths to 1,000 Leagues, who has had a beautiful run today. 2 lengths away is Dance Away, also enjoying a good run in the white colours and the black cap. Behind those is a yielding ground King Merrin when they came to the turn. Bold Poet is next. Our Strong Piking. True and Easy is spotting them a long start. Prince Marad the grey pulled to the outside and Show Respect. Scotch Eagle the leader in the straight at the 300. Micah Tanga's having a crack at it. 1,000 Leagues is starting to run on well from Dance Away, and Bowl Poet running on, and then Piking and True and Easy. Plenty of chances here. It's Scotch Eagle being tackled by 1,000 Leagues and Bowl Poet, and here comes True and Easy. True and Easy is swapping them from well back, and True and Easy got up to beat Bowl Poet. Photo third either Dance Away.
In the previous race, Gunshot was the winner, number 3, $5.40 and $1.70. And ridden by Justin Sheehan. Reno Ladder $1.30, and Lady of Kyle third, $2.40, $5.60 the Quinella, $119.70 the trifecta, and you have the Super Tab and Queensland dividends as well. Right, Sale is our next race coming up. Let's have another look at the market for the next event. They're heading to the barrier stalls, and it shows Prince of Rain $10, Sylvester $11, now Coogan $5.50, Robert's Way into $3.10. Perfume Delight $14, Rovos at $4.90, and they're just behind the barrier stalls. Parcel Man 16, Blending is at $14, 2,200 metres the distance of this. Arnew 57, $22 I'm Dreaming, 50 Nicole Bow, and $180 for Surveyor's Creek. Race 7 at Sale. Doesn't it look glorious, that track? The market movers, this is the order of betting. Robert's Way is the tote favourite at $3.30 on Super Tab, I'll go again, $3 on Super Tab, $3.30 New South Wales, $3.60 in Queensland. Rovos at $4.60, $5.30 for Coogan. Sylvester 11, $12 for Prince of Rain, and $14 about Perfume Delights. Race 7, and shortly they'll be moving in. In fact, they've started to move up into line, I do believe. They are. And let's stand by to take you to Greg Charles. We have a light jockey change just before we do that at Sale, and it is Blazing Legend Luke Curry. Luke Curry to ride number 12, Blazing Legend, race 9 at Sale. Greg Charles. Greg, it's all yours.
I'll be happy to have his bank book, no trouble.
Yes, amen.
Coming in very nicely here for the 2200 metres. This is the Class 1, and the clear top pick Robert's Way for Peter Mertens, trained by Brett Mallion. And it's pretty short, much shorter. No, it's tumbling on the tote now at $2.80 and $1.40. It's about the price it is on track. Most of them ready. Well in the market is Coogan and Rovos. Rovos, a 3-year-old filly, would have only just turned 3. In fact, she was foaled on the 28th of October 95, so she's not yet 3 years of age. She's tackling the older horses over the long trip. So now they're all locked away and they're ready to break. No, hang on, one more out behind the line there. Empty gate in gate 6. Who's that? That's Parcel Man. That's the last one to move in. Now, that's Rovos getting a little on the toe out there in the blue and gold checks. So the line, no, hang on, that's Parcel Man on the inside. Last one going in now. There it is. It's Prince of Rain. Colours, when you don't see them, it's hard to figure out which one wasn't there. Now they're all up. 2200, just a short run to the turn out of the straight. Favourite Robert's Way drawn towards the outside. In fact, one from the outside. Gold colours with a green cap, Robert's Way. There's a one-eyed blinker on today. Prince of Rain's a bit agitated now that he is in there. Standing up nicely. Rider getting back aboard this time. Attendants all around him. And they're about to break. Bright sunny conditions. Now it's blending, has gone through, and also coming out with it was Perfume Delight. Very quickly under control, no problems there. Blending, a veteran of 35 starts, but only one victory, that coming in March of 1996. Been tried over the hurdles towards his more recent outings, and probably being, well, he'd be some kind of a chance in this race. It's a race of little depth and quality. Robert's Way, the top pick in it, ran second here over this course and distance in a Class 2. He's dropping back to a Class 1 today. And Royal Whim, which won that race, went to town and ran a place. So that's the reason he's as short as he is. The form seems to have held up well in the race of very little depth. So now these two going back around behind the barrier stalls. Race 6, the previous on the card. Numbers were 1, 4 and 7. True and Easy taking out the prize. In race 5, it was 12-2-5. Mystic Millie getting third on protest. The race taken out by Don't Babble. 12 and 1, the numbers in the quaddie so far, and it's already looking pretty healthy. Now we're ready. And away they go. Robert's Way began well. Sylvester was a little slow to bounce out. I'm Dreaming jumped reasonably. He's grabbed hold of Rovos in the early part, but Robert's Way sped straight across the field and at the post took it up and led from into second, Prince of Rain. They're being followed then by Parcel Man, tucked in third. Nickel Bow ran pretty wide, in fact very wide. It's out of my view. It's run right off the track, Nickel Bow. Back into view, and it's taken control of the rider and is heading to the outside fence. It has been able to stay on the track, but it's just about out of the race. Horror ride for Lucas Stouse and Nickel Bow. Out of the straight they run now, and taking up the running Prince of Rain, about a half to Blending and 2.5 lengths to Surveyor's Creek. 2.5 then to Robert's Way, who's dropped in fourth now. 1 to Parcel Man, 2 lengths to Rovos. Pace right on. 2 to Coogan, followed by Arnu. They're followed by Perfume Delight, about 1.5 lengths away as I'm Dreaming, and Sylvester's last of all. And the other one, Nickel Bow, is continuing, but is about 25 lengths behind the second last horse and still skirting the outside rail at the 1200 metres now. And the leader is Prince of Rain, out by more than 2 lengths to Blending, 1.5 lengths Surveyor's Creek, about 4 lengths to Robert's Way, 1.5 lengths behind it Parcel Man, 2.5 to Rovos, and then Arnu and Kugan, followed by Perfume Delight. Back behind that grey then about 1.5 lengths away as I'm Dreaming, and Sylvester's last of all, 900 to go. And the leader is Prince of Rain by 2 lengths to Blending, 1 length to Surveyor's Creek, 1.5 lengths away is Robert's Way with Parcel Man going up around him now. 3 lengths to Arnu, followed by Rovos. The filly is starting her run. Kugan gets onto her back for a trail home, and then Perfume Delight under pressure from Sylvester, and I'm Dreaming. They're coming near to the turn. There's 600 metres to go, and Prince of Rain led by about a length here. Blending is second. Robert's Way is cantering. Third on the inside, coming up towards the turn. 2.5 to Rovos, coming home well, and they're followed by Arnu, Parcel Man and Kugan. At the turn, Prince of Rain led. Blending is coming after it. And now Robert's Way, pardon me, about to ease off their heels. Here he comes in the green cap, the favourite Arnu trying to chase it home, and the grey Perfume Delight, and they're clear of Rovos, but it's all Robert's Way. 100 to go. He's opened up 3 lengths on Blending. Rovos coming home fairly, but Robert's Way, a beautiful ride, and it's going to bolt in. Robert's Way beat... He racked up quite a few winners for both Colin and himself. He has this filly Afra Bean engaged here, and she's in the market amongst quite a number of them. Graham Fuss and Bohemian Melody are the 2 equal favourites on track. Well in the market is Court Dancer. It's amazing she hasn't won a race yet. Belly Kate and Afra Ben, they're all sort of on that second line of betting behind Fuss and Bohemian Melody. Afra Ben tackled Listed Company on a wet track when resuming. She got caught right off the track all the way at Sandown. But the form before that does include a victory at Caulfield over Episode. And I think a return to that form would see her go pretty close with the claim for Matthew Gatt, just 51.5 kilos, so it's under the limit. This 1200 metres is effected in a chute on the side of the course, so they get a good long run. It's virtually a straight run until they come around the home turn near the 400 metre mark. So it's pretty similar to that at Caulfield, as we were mentioning early. Beautiful sunny afternoon down in Sale. Melbourne itself experiencing a much colder day than we are here. Tomorrow Flemington racing, and the track is good. And the rail's out 5 metres for Flemington tomorrow. Incidentally, in the last Blazing Legend, number 12 is now Luke Carey. He'll carry to ride Blazing Legend in the final event. Favourite here on Super Tab as they move in is Fuss, who did contest the Victoria Oaks, running 6th behind Kensington Palace. 1 run back from a spell was a good one. They're moving in quite well. Fuss at $4.50. Second pick Bohemian Melody at $4.80. Last little bit of the 1200 might be a little bit of a query for her. Number 6, Belly Kate at $7.10. 7 Afra Ben at $7.60. Premium Blend in the Bart Cummings team also contested the Oaks, won by Kensington Palace, as did Fuss. She's having her first run from a spell. Had 1 run in February, obviously didn't come up. Now, over at the start, let's see, Belly Kate is moving in. Fuss races in unmistakable colours of fluoro yellow. She's about to move into her position in gate number 8. We await now Californian Dream to move in. Zumbito, who's got abundant pace, moving into the line. Last of them getting ready. Belly Kate about to come in. Cheero call to Brian Markovic, just having a chat to him after the previous race on the phone. Brian's doing very well in his recovery. Hope to see him back at the races pretty soon. Good on you, Brian. Hope you're backing a winner and watching racing on Sky this afternoon. Now, Triangula to come up into the line. They're nearly ready to go. Light Colours took a gate 1 from the outside, and Triangula has the outside gate. Fuss virtually in the middle position here. Court Dancer is alongside her. Off they go. Fuss began well. Court Dancer a little slow. Belly Kate began very quickly in the early stages, and out quickly too as Light Colours on the outside. Going hard as Bohemian Melody as they settle down, and Marie Celeste with Afraben bursting through in the middle. They've gone 250 now, and here's Afraben taking up the running over Light Colours. Marie Celeste on the inside of Bohemian Melody, a length to Belly Kate. They're followed by Premium Blend just behind them over near the inside, and then Ann City Roller working forward just behind those horses. Then as Zumbido off the track towards the leaders. A good way back, Californian Dream. Fuss has got back to about third last from Triangela, and Court Dancer last. Afraben coming to the turn, a length and a half in front of Bohemian Melody. Light Colours, Zumbido wide out. Premium Blend running on fairly well in the blinkers, and then Marie Celeste on the rail, followed by Belly Kate. Triangela went very wide. Afraben led at the 300. Afraben a length and a half in front of Bohemian Melody, and Premium Blend is starting to run on well down the outside at the 200 metres. Afraben still the leader. Bohemian Melody winding up, is closing on it and got it now. And here's Court Dancer. She's flying home from last. It's her day. At last, Court Dancer streaks away, and Court Dancer won it well. Marie Celeste got up for second. Either Fuss out wide or Bohemian Melody for third. From Afraben, who folded the last bit. Belly Kate ran on well, and then Premium Blend. A break behind those in the field then. At the head of the others was Californian Dream, and then Triangela, Zumbido. And behind the Man City Roller and Light Colours dropped out to last. But I mentioned just before the race, it's amazing she hasn't won a race before today. And at last, she has been able to crack it to pay $5.70 and $2. Marie Celeste will get second. She's run on well, but here's Court Dancer racing right away from them. And in the end, it was pretty comfortable for her. In a fast run race, she's got a long way back, and she's won the race very, very well. 11 gets second, Marie Celeste, ridden by Bruce McDonald. And at number 2, third, Fuss, ridden by Patrick Ferris, who's come from a long way back. Fourth was Bohemian Melody, and fifth was Afraben, who led by about a length and a half at the 200-metre mark. First up from a spell, last time she had no luck behind Purbright in a race at Flemington. She actually never got a run that day, and you can see that she's been placed a couple of times in listed races. She ran second in the Auraria Stakes behind La Volta. She was third at Flemington in a listed Great Western behind Caniana and Smidgen. She's got tremendous form, but she just hadn't been able to crack it before today. And with 59, and let's face it, she was a maiden in a Class 4. But she's just starting to fulfil that immense promise that she's displayed right through her career. She's been in the money 10 times.
That is $6.80, $6.90 Quietly Adamant, and Brugalia, $7.60, $8.60 Stick to Me, $13 Blazing Legend. This has been very solid, hasn't it? Look aware in the market. $3.10 on New South Wales 10. It's $4.35 in Queensland. I would suggest that won't stay that way for too much longer when the punters see the fluctuations there. $3.20 now New South Wales for Look Aware number 2. Still overs on the Queensland tab. All right, early winners there at sale you have. Early winners today at Eagle Farm. The first event was won by Cronalia, number 5, Gavin Duffy. The second, Runaway, Jimmy Byrne. The third, Verino, John Marshall. Race 4 at Eagle Farm, Gavin Duffy aboard the winner, number 6, Bright Forest. The fifth event taken out by Alcides, Jim Burns, winning double to Jimmy Boy. In fact, winning treble, I should say, because in race 6 he rode Tis Love to success, and the previous Jason Piper, number 1, Kingston Calling. So you have the first 7 races at Eagle Farm. Right, $2.40 about Look Aware. Greg, what caught your eye in the enclosure in this field?
Well, I must say that the favourite here, Graham, has looked very, very well. He is resuming from a spell, and he's, I guess, fairly short, $2.50 and $1.50, but he looked pretty good. And gate number 1 should be able to ping straight to the front or be somewhere near it and take a lot of beating. Craig Williams, not having ridden since the first, Stephen Noel has picked up this mount on Look Aware. Looked pretty good. Berkhamsted is well in the market. $7 on the tote is pretty good value compared to what they're betting on. Course is a lot shorter than that. And the second elect, and Quietly Adamant, is well in the market on the third line of betting. Brugalia given a good chance. It's been in for support. And Stick to Me, a mare who's had only the 14 starts, a 5-year-old, and a winner 3 starts ago when resuming from a spell. She'd be on the next line of betting. A great big mare. She did fill the eye. They've lined in pretty well. Most of them are in the gates. If you back the favourite, red and white stripes, drawn barrier number 1. Starter Paul Ahern goes to the platform. We wait Berkhamstad to move in. And Brugalia. So here's Berkhamstad coming in, favourite drawn 1, 250 and 150 for Look Aware. Out of that 1200 metre shoot, they stand ready to go. Off now, Look Aware began quickly with Quietly Adamant down towards the inside. Jacob Carson was out fast too as they settle down now, and coming across too is Woskay with great pace over on the outside, sorting them out. Go Rosso Joe's got a good way back. Jacob Carson dropped out last, but Woskay led. It's Woskay by a length and a half. Running second is Berkhamstad, 2 lengths away to Look Aware. Over on the outside is Blazing Legend, 2.5 lengths behind them. Quietly Adamant, followed by Brugalia. On the outside then is Real Rubies. Go Rosso Joe pushing up on the inside, and then came No Other Player. 2 lengths to Sammy, followed by Stick to Me, and Jacob Carson is last of all. Coming to the home turn now, and over on the inside it's Woskay, a narrow leader from Berkhamstad on the outside. Going up then is Blazing Legend to make a line of 3, and just behind them is Look Aware fourth when they come around the home turn, and they're well clear of Quietly Adamant and Go Rosso Joe. Woskay racing erratically down on the inside, and coming at it is Blazing Legend on the outside, and Berkhamstad in the middle there, the 3 leaders. Nicely clear of Look Aware, 150 to go. Blazing Legend and Berkhamstad. It's Blazing Legend and Berkhamstad fighting it out. Blazing Legend going home a shade the better. Blazing Legend beat Berkhamstad. Flashing home third, Look Aware. All Woskay. Little in it for the minor end of the prize. Quietly Adamant made a bit of ground, and Jacob Carson ran on nicely, and they virtually gapped the rest of them. There was a good break in the field then to Brugalia, followed in a little further back by Go Rosso Joe. No Other Player. Sammy one of the last. Real Rubies towards the end, and Stick to Me last of all. Blazing Legend number 12 has taken out the race. A late change with Luke Curry picking up the ride to pay about $14.80 and $3.30, beating Berkhamstad second, $2.20. And I thought Look Aware might get third. Here it is on the outside. And there's little in that. We'll have the judge's verdict in a moment. 1:10.3 was the time. Blazing Legend taking out the last event of the day. Trained at Cranbourne by Mick O'Loughlin, a 5-year-old. 24 starts for 2 victories before today. And that's just a...
Carbonite for the first. We can go on and have a look at the ratings for race number 2 at Gosford this afternoon. The second at Gosford is a maiden over 1200, and Well Disposed was going to be hard to beat, Tony, but he is a scratching in this particular race.
That's right, mate. Well, Torrent is obviously the top-rated one there, and does look well placed in the maiden this afternoon. Has a bit of speed, should be on the pace all the way, and what we needed around Gosford.
Okay, well, they're heading off to the barrier at Cranbourne for the first race. It is a hurdle over 3,000 metres, and conditions a little bit misty there at Cranbourne. Skimaway's at $4.50 and has firmed up. Western Union at $5.40. Abspray $6.10.